My name's Jared Losh. I'm a communications tech with Riverside County Fire, and you're watching Report on Conditions.
This week, we take you to a vegetation fire in Jurupa Valley that temporarily impacted the I-15. And we take a moment to acknowledge and honor the veterans who work for the department.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi, I'm Fire Captain Ryan Dutton from Beaumont Station 66. Thank you for joining CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. For the past week, from November 6th through November 12th, our firefighters responded to 3,835 calls for service, including 2,841 medical emergencies and 159 fire-related calls. Of the fire calls, 47 were vegetation fires and 14 were structure fires. Let's take a look at a few highlighted incidents from the past week. On Thursday, November 9th at around 5:30 a.m., 911 dispatchers received dozens of reports of a fire in the 11,900 block of Landon Drive in the city of Jurupa Valley.
I was the first fire resource on scene and reported 4 acres burning at a moderate rate of spread in a westerly direction with an immediate threat to Interstate 15 and residential power lines.
Because of high winds and the fire's immediate impact on Interstate 15, additional engines were requested. California Highway Patrol shut down the north and southbound sides of the interstate for approximately 2 hours due to heavy smoke being pushed across lanes. With assistance from our local cooperators, firefighters contained the fire to 36 acres after about 6 hours of work. SoCal Edison also assisted with downed power lines on the incident. On Sunday, November 12th at around noon, firefighters responded to several reports of a fire in the 21,500 block of High Street in Mead Valley. The first arriving engine reported an outside fire that had extended into a structure that was well involved with an immediate threat to an additional structure and vehicles and ordered 5 additional engines. After about 45 minutes, the fire was contained to 1 structure, vehicles, an outbuilding, and 1 small spot of vegetation. 1 civilian patient was assessed for injuries and declined further treatment, and no firefighters were injured.
I got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
As you gather around the dinner table this Thanksgiving holiday, make sure that you and your family are safe by following these easy safety tips. Stay in the kitchen when you are cooking on the stovetop so that you can keep an eye on the food. While cooking the turkey, be sure to stay home and check on it frequently. Keep the children away from the stove. The stove will be hot and the kids should stay at least 3 feet away. Make sure kids stay away from hot food and liquids. The steam or splash from vegetables, gravy, or coffee could cause serious burns. Keep the floor clear so you don't trip over the kids, toys, or bags. Keep knives safely out of the reach of children. Be sure electrical cords from an electric knife, coffee maker, plate warmer, or mixer are not dangling off the counter within easy reach of a child. Keep matches and utility lighters out of the reach of children, up high in a locked cabinet. Never leave children alone in a room with a lit candle. Finally, make sure your smoke alarms are working. Test them by pushing the test button. By following these simple tips, you and your family can enjoy a fun and safe Thanksgiving holiday. Happy Thanksgiving from CAL FIRE and the Riverside County Fire Department.
My name is Captain Mark Myers with the Riverside County Fire Department, and you are in the city of Indio, and you're watching Did You Know? Engine versus truck. Our responsibility on the truck is going to be as a support function. We are there to assist the crews and the incident commander in order to make the incident run more smoothly. Primary function will be rescue, victim rescue in particular. In the event of a structure fire where a victim is trapped, we have an inside team that would consist of the firefighter sitting in the cab of the truck, as well as the captain making access into the structure and then performing a search in order to pull the victim out where they can then be treated by exterior crews. The topside crew is going to make access to the roof via ladders and with a chainsaw perform a vertical ventilation that consists of cutting a hole into the top of the roof. They place that hole, which lets all the heated gases out, and Visibility will increase as well as dramatic drops in temperature, and this will assist all the interior crews in extinguishing the fire, as well as us inside performing a search to find any victims that might be trapped. In addition to structure fires, the truck also performs a various amount of technical rescue. It is staffed with ropes rescue technicians, as well as swift water technicians, confined space rescue technicians, as well as trench rescue technicians to perform a variety of rescues that might be needed.
These are our Type 1 fire engines here in Riverside County Fire. They respond to a multitude of calls, with CAL FIRE being an all-risk department. Our initial response will be to arrive on scene, do an adequate size up, make sure I have sufficient resources. Then with our Type 1 engines, we have multiple hose loads on there that we'll pull to help mitigate and extinguish the fire, rather it be a residential structure or wildland. And then once we get that fire extinguished, we'll then start our overhaul operations to make sure the fire is completely extinguished.
Every November 11th, our nation honors those who have served in the United States military. Veterans Day is our way of recognizing and thanking the courageous Americans who sacrificed and served their country. CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department is honored to have many veterans, including chief officers, firefighters, inspectors, mechanics, office assistants, and dispatchers that served our country in the United States Armed Forces. To them and all of the veterans we serve in the county, thank you for your selflessness, patriotism, and loyalty to our country. That's it for this week's Report on Conditions. Be sure to follow @CAL FIRE RRU on social media to stay up to date on incidents as they happen. Did you happen to capture any pictures or videos of our firefighters in action? If so, send them our way at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Ryan Dutton. Thanks for watching.